Thank you, Tim. First, I want to say thank you to the American Conference. This is, obviously, we've blown it out of the water here. This is a great event. I've been to a couple of these in different conferences, and this is just over the top. Tim's a great leader. He reminds me a lot of our athletic director, Justin Moore. I'm very thankful that Tim's here leading this conference. He does not take no for an answer. He's got a seat at the biggest tables, and he's got a football background, and I really appreciate that. I want to talk about our players we brought here today. Kirk Francis, our starting quarterback. Kirk's got a great story. He's from Metro Christian School in Tulsa, which I'm sure none of you have ever heard of. It's a tiny single-A private school that just started playing football a few years ago. And Kirk walked on at the University of Tulsa. And Kirk started a few games as a true freshman walk-on. That's really hard to do. Played in 6 games last year. He's had 9 career starts, and he's won 4 of those 9 starts. And I don't know if you've checked, but Tulsa's only won 6 games the last 2 years. So very proud of the way he has handled our new regime. Very proud of the culture and toughness he brings to our team, and we got to get better players around him than what he's had. But I feel very confident in his story and his ability to lead our team and play that position. I play the position. I call the offensive plays. He and I's relationship has got to be elite, and we're getting there. We've had a great 8 months, and I'm looking forward to the season. Chris Thompson Jr., linebacker, we brought with us. Chris is also a guy we retained when I got the job. Chris is the total opposite. He was a 4-star out of Duncanville High School in Texas, an area we love to recruit, only about 4 hours from campus. We love Dallas. We love East Texas. We love the city of Tulsa. We love recruiting locally. We've talked about that since we got the job. Chris signed with Auburn out of high school as a safety. Then he transferred to Southern Cal, and now he's back at Tulsa. So 2 completely different recruiting stories, but kind of what today's college football is about. You got to find good players. You got to find them whether they're at a single-A private school in your city or probably the best program in the country in Duncanville High School. I want to talk about the city of Tulsa. I want to really thank the city of Tulsa. We're the only team, maybe the only team in this league that doesn't have a pro sports team. We don't have an NBA team. We don't have an NFL team. All we have is a AAA baseball team and the University of Tulsa. We literally are Tulsa's team, and we have taken that in stride, and we take great pride in representing our city. The mayor of Tulsa played football at Tulsa. We have a ton of support there. There's a ton of oil and gas money in Tulsa, and I think when we show success this season and show progress, we're going to tap into a lot of those resources, be able to get this thing really going in the future. Justin Moore is an incredible fundraiser, and he has a great plan for that. Want to thank Justin for giving me a shot at this. I want to thank our coaching staff. I was able to bring some coaches with me. I was able to interview some coaches from different areas of the country. I've never coached in the state of Oklahoma, so it was important for me to get some guys with Oklahoma and Texas ties. They've done a great job. The staff has really come together. I like our culture right now. I know every coach is going to sit up here and say that. We haven't faced any adversity. We haven't played any games, but it's been the most enjoyable 8 months of my coaching career. I've coached for 11 years, been a head coach for 6. This team and this staff has come together as fast as any team I've been around. Now, it also helps when you have 38 staff members compared to where I was working at jobs previously, didn't have as many hands on the player. So big shout out to our nutrition staff, our strength staff. It's been a really cool off season. I've enjoyed watching it. I've enjoyed being a part of it and playing a part in it. Just want to talk about the history of Tulsa football for a minute. I'm able to get around town and have lunch and play golf with some really cool people. Tulsa's had 4 Gold Jacket Hall of Famers, NFL Hall of Famers. 184 NFL draft picks is the most of any group of 6 team, and it's not even close. That's a lot of NFL players. And 2 first-round picks in the last 4 years in Tyler Smith and Zaven Collins. Tulsa has had success. It just hasn't been quite that recent. My goal for Tulsa is to turn it into a consistent winner. You look at Todd Graham, had a couple 10-win seasons, won a Hawaii Bowl with Gus Malzahn and Mike Norvell and those guys, okay? Look at Steve Cragthorpe before he went to Louisville, had a couple 10-win seasons. Dave Rader had an 8-win season. Philip Montgomery had a couple 10-win seasons. But also, you look at the years after or between these 10-win seasons, you're looking at 2, 3, 4-win seasons. We want Tulsa to be a consistent bowl contender. We have been given enough from our administration, our board, to be competitive. I truly believe that. I've worked at places that are very similar to Tulsa. Right now, we're the little brother. I don't like that. We're going to get that fixed. We have the resources to get that fixed. But the biggest thing I care about, and the thing I'm most concerned about, is consistent winner. I'm not trying to win 10 games and go 3-8 the next year. We got to get this thing off the ground with consistency. Questions?
We'll take questions for Coach Lamb. Please raise your hand, and we'll get a microphone to you. We got one on the right side, second row.
Morning, Coach. Justin Jones from CarolinaGridiron.com. Just 5 years ago, I'm sitting in a Zoom call with you on a Tuesday with the two other people. And now you're here at American Media Day. So this is a two-parter. One, just what have you learned from these stops at Gardner-Webb and East Tennessee? And two, what do you think is your biggest challenge going into this fall?
I've learned the most is how to do more with less. You know, not a knock on any of these other coaches, but I didn't play in the SEC. I didn't play in the NFL. I haven't coached in the SEC. I haven't coached at the highest level. I feel like I've earned it. I've hired well. I've had great quarterback play. And all those things consistently add up to being able to win games. Very fortunate to be here. I'm humbled. I'm 35 years old. Don't deserve it. But I'm not going to let this opportunity go to waste, just like I did in the other ones. So certainly thankful for the people around me to get me here. But the biggest thing that is consistent at the jobs I've taken is you've got to be able to do more with less. And Tulsa's no different. What was your second part of the question? Challenges. We're going to get punched in the face. We're going to get punched in the mouth, just like every football team in this conference is. Right now, we think we're pretty good. I want to see how we handle adversity. So right now, we're training our guys to not be a roller coaster, to not be up and down, to not be emotional. The biggest challenge we're going to have is if we lose that first game or if we're down at halftime, are we going to turn on each other, or are we going to stick to the process, stick to the plan, and be able to execute down the stretch?
Third row on the right.
Thomas Christopher of the League Winners. How you doing, Coach?
Hey, good.
In Oklahoma and Texas, obviously, you have a lot of P4 schools that you have to compete with for recruiting. What's going into your recruiting process thus far, and what kind of areas, maybe perhaps outliers that fans may not expect you're targeting to bring into your team?
I'd say the outlier is people. We're 2 hours from Hutchinson, Kansas, so. The Kansas JUCOs have been good to Tulsa in the past. Bill Snyder won 1 million games at Kansas State with half his roster Kansas JUCOs. So we're gonna explore that avenue. I love recruiting the city of Tulsa. You think there's some great football players that have played in that city. We got to get those guys transferring back. I really like East Texas, those kids that are kind of from the country, Longview, down in that area. Love Shreveport area for the Louisiana kids. We've actually got 5 or 6 kids on our team from South Louisiana, New Orleans. Great part of the country to recruit. We've got to make sure we're intentional about competing and recruiting. We have money in the bank. We have NIL. We have rev share. There's no reason we can't compete with the Oklahoma States of the world. And the Kansas States of the world. We don't need those people coming in our backyard taking our players. Is it going to be hard to beat Oklahoma on a kid or an SEC team? Yes, absolutely. But we want to be able to compete with everybody else.
Any final questions for Coach Lamb? Please raise your hand. Coach, thanks very much. Good luck.
Thank you, guys. Rain Kane.